two things I love more than anything in this world, aside from my husband and stuff, obviously, is Michael Jackson and conspiracy theories. So I thought, boom, why not put them together and make a Michael Jackson conspiracy theory video? Now, before I continue with any of this, I want to say, and I have to say, I am a gigantic Michael Jackson fan. Like, not just I like Thriller, or, oh, Billie Jean's such a good song. Like, oh, it's 2009, he passed away, and yeah, he's got good music. Oh my god, he's so iconic. You know what I mean? Like, no. I've been jamming to MJ since I was in my mother's womb. That's not a lie. And I was 3 years old, taking my mom's like hat and her shoes and like doing the moonwalk and like grabbing my crotch and hee hee, all that stuff. Just saying, my 5th birthday party, I had Michael Jackson bad wrapping paper, and I might have kissed it before I ripped it. I am a fan, and I did not make these up. I got these off of Google and just from like theories that I remember since I was little, you know, throughout the years and stuff. And I just want to say I don't believe a lot of these. I'll go through all of them, but you know, this is just a fun conspiracy theory video because I love both Michael Jackson and conspiracy theories. And we all know he had a lot of rumors and theories and conspiracy theories about him, so I don't know. Only in all of my respect goes to Michael Jackson and his family. Losing him was such a tragedy, and nothing but a tragedy. Like, so much talent lost, you know? So, just wanted to clear that up before I make this video. Let's jump right into these. Theory number 1 is Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley's marriage was fake. Rumors said that Lisa married Michael just to get him to join the Church of Scientology, because obviously they want the most famous people and the most influential people to join Church of Scientology, because obviously they knew Michael had so much influence on kids and just people in general, his fans and stuff. So they had Lisa marry Michael to try to get him to join the Church of Scientology. Other theories say they married for obvious reasons. Elvis was the king of rock and roll, and now his daughter married the king of pop. And of course, there was always the, did they get married because of the molestation accusations back then? Because it wasn't too far off, you know, from timeline. Now, Lisa has said many times over the years, while she was married to Michael and after they got divorced, that the marriage was not fabricated whatsoever. It was real, and she also stated a few different times that they were intimate together. She also stated other things, that she was kind of brainwashed and stuff, but that's not the theory. Now, second conspiracy theory about him is kind of a big group because it's about how he died. And there's a lot of theories about how he died. Obviously, there was the big trial about Conrad Murray. He murdered Michael Jackson. He got charged with involuntary manslaughter because he was the doctor that gave him so much of the general anesthesia propofol, which obviously that was a lot, and obviously that's not good. So that left Michael to go under cardiac arrest and having a major overdose. But is that the 100% truth? Michael's sister LaToya, as well as his daughter Paris, believe that there's a lot more to it. That there are people behind it. Over the years, Michael said they were out to get him. Who's they? Well, like I said, they believe he was murdered. And honestly, so do I. Who's behind it? I don't know. But I pray that they get justice because, like I said earlier, so much talent was lost by his death. Like, could you just imagine what he could have done if he wouldn't have died in 2009? Like, breaks my heart. Being like a huge real fan of him kills me to think about. So theory number one is that he was killed by business interests to profit off of his estate. Second is that federal agents murdered him. The third one is that he killed himself because he was so secluded all the time. He was miserable and lonely and depressed. I don't believe that he killed himself, but that's one of the theories. The fourth reason definitely does go back to the first reason, is that he was worked to death by business associates. That This Is It tour was like so straining, and a lot of theories say that a lot of it has to do with the company that was behind the tour. And of course, number 5, they, being the Illuminati, killed him. Ugh, freaks me out even saying the word Illuminati in a conspiracy theory video. And then of course, this brings to the third conspiracy theory, that he's not dead. Kind of like Elvis and Tupac, there's always been rumors that they're still alive. Well, there's been some evidence that kind of points towards that. Don't really believe it, but some of the evidence, there's been reports of him sneaking into hotels and being seen in cars. There's a picture of Paris that she posted, and when you brighten up the photo, it looks like he's sitting in the back seat. Like, here, I'll show you. That's a little weird, but who lightened it? You know what I mean? I didn't lighten it, so I don't know. And then there's pictures of like a guy that looks just like him, and they're like, is that him? Or like this photo. No, I don't really see. The one with Paris is kind of crazy, but at the same time, like I said, it could have been photoshopped. Then there was this guy named Dave. He went on the Larry King Live show. He was a friend of Michael's. There was photos of him from when he was little, right here. So he went on to talk about like Michael and stuff like that and his relationships and stuff. But when people saw that, they were like, wait, that doesn't look like the real Dave. Like, here's a picture of the real Dave. Now here's a photo of the Dave that was on Larry King Live. Well, it kinda, it's kinda hard to tell. People pointed out the eyes look from the Larry King Live Dave looks just like Michael's. His smile, which everyone knows his Michael's smile, could be pointed out from anywhere. His laugh and his voice and stuff. Here's a comparison photo of the real Dave and the Dave from Larry King Live that's supposedly Michael. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. I'm gonna be honest, when I first saw that, I was like, he's alive, you know what I mean? But I don't know, and this brings into another thing, is that Michael was really good at dressing up and disguising himself. Like, he had this disguise. You can't tell that's Michael. He would dress up like that or in different disguises to go to movies, to be an everyday person, and no one knew that it was him. Because obviously, he can't walk outside without just a swarm of people. I mean, fuck, I would do the same thing. It's Michael fucking Jackson, you know what I mean? So there's that saying, for one, Dave, that could very well be Michael because he was very good at disguising. And if that is not him, who's to say he's still alive and not disguised every day when he goes out as different people? I don't know. It's crazy. Theorists also say the way, like, some of the things that Michael's dad has said in interviews, Michael's brothers, certain statements they said pointed that the whole thing was a hoax. People even said that the funeral, even though Paris talked and was crying, that they weren't crying the whole time. They were laughing and standing around like it was nothing. Like, here's this photo. I don't know. I went to funerals before and it wasn't all just tears, you know what I mean? So, who knows? And of course, back to the disguising or whatever, they said he was spotted at the actual funeral. And here's the photo for that. Do I believe he's still alive? No, unfortunately not. I wish he was, and I wish he'd be like, boom, I'm here. I'm gonna make awesome music, and you can come to my concert right fucking now. That's not the case, unfortunately, but that's just a theory. Theory number 4 is that Michael cloned himself before his death. The director of the New York Center for the Extraterrestrial Research, Michael C. Luckman, made clone claims revealing his info was given to him from Andre Van Pierre, who Andre happened to be the costume designer for Michael, as well as Janet. Michael's interest became he was very interested in cloning after Dolly the sheep was cloned successfully. And then after, heard false claims made by UFO cult group Raelians that they had cloned the first human baby. So he was like, oh man, I need to be cloned now, you know? I want to live forever. Theory goes that Michael took multiple DNA deposits just in hopes he could live forever, because obviously he wanted to be Peter Pan, you know? So, are those sightings of the real MJ? Is he still alive, or is he cloned? The world may never know. 5th one really is fucking crazy to me, to be honest. And that is that MJ told us about 9/11 4 years before it happened. All from his album cover From Blood on the Dance Floor, which it was released on May 20th of 1997. Let me get into this shit, and I have photos to point this out because it just blew my fucking mind. Well, behind him is a cityscape with a huge cloud of dust, clearly being the New York skyline, which we all know the dust cloud happened once the towers collapsed. Check that out. Okay. Kind of crazy, but the way his hands are clenched in a fist, like on a hand clock, his fists are clenched to a 9 and an 11. What? Plus, a clenched fist sometimes is a satanic symbol. What, bitch, what? Crazy. Fucking crazy. Another one is he's dressed in entirely red. And then he's got that black thing around his arm. It's like has to do for mourning. Which the red, obviously there's a reference to blood on the dance floor, you know. But the attacks were blamed on Muslim extremists. In Islam, it's just not okay for men to wear all red. It's seen as detestable. Another thing about the cover is what position he has. You know what his feet look like on the cover. In the US and in the UK, there's a code that relates to how a military statue puts their feet. Specifically relates to horses. His foot rose up from the ground. In the UK and the US, a horse statue that has one foot up, like risen like that indicates that the rider did not die in the battlefield. But with that being said, the last thing about this whole theory is the fact that Michael did not show up for his appointment. His brother Jermaine said that Michael had an appointment in the towers on 9/11, but he overslept that day, so he did not go. So, did he just oversleep? Or did he know what was going to happen and tried warning us with his CD cover? And maybe he didn't even know. You know what I mean? Maybe it was a psychic thing. But I feel like if Michael knew, he would have told us. Although not me, but everyone probably would have thought he was just crazy. But I don't know. That whole thing's crazy to me. So we all know Michael to having 3 kids. Prince, Paris, and Blanket. But does he have more? There is a theory that said that Michael could have up to 7 kids. Bitch, what? I don't know if that's true or not, but there is this kid named B. Howard that came out and said, people were saying, holy shit, he looks and sounds just like Michael. He started, wanting DNA tests done. He had a DNA test done with orthodontic devices of Michael's, which that ended up showing that he is, in fact, Michael's son. Kind of crazy because there's been rumors that Billie Jean was written about Mickey Howard. The kid is not my son. Well, seems like he might be. And maybe he wrote Billie Jean and he was just in denial. Either way, here's Michael and B. Howard side by side. Pretty insane. Now, I read the paternity test that said he is Michael's on BET.com, and I don't know if they furthered it, if it is 100% or not, but the whole Billie Jean and then Mickey Howard and B. Howard, that's just crazy, Number 8 is kind of funny and very crazy, but I had to throw it in because it kind of made me think, but I don't think it's true. Theory says that Mr. Michael Jackson was a Crip. I don't know. It said that Michael had joined a Crip gang when he was about 16, 17 years old. And even though he didn't really, engage in extreme violent behavior, he wore a lot of blue and he didn't mind bandanas, which I know. I like blue and fuck, I wear bandanas. That doesn't mean I'm in a gang, But there's been more evidence, I guess, that made people question. So Beat It was filmed in the ghetto of Los Angeles, and the people in the video were real gang members, but not just any gang members. They were Crip gang members. Allegedly, they said they would be in Michael's video for free, but Michael ended up paying them anyways. Why only Crip members? And why were they offering to be in the video for free, fuck. Anyone else would be like, yeah, I'm gonna be in Michael Jackson's video, you better motherfucking pay me. You've noticed in Michael's early on music videos, Beat It's not the only one that had gang affiliation. Bad definitely was gang. The Way You Make Me Feel, it wasn't, specifically gang, but it was in the ghetto of Los Angeles. And allegedly people in that video were also Crip members. And then recently this photo of Michael was leaked from that video. He held that Crip sign up pretty damn good, And then those, Beat It Bad and The Way You Make Me Feel aren't the only ones. Smooth Criminal was also about gangs. Not 80s and 90s and today's gangs, ghetto gangs, but 40s mobster gangs. And Michael being the smooth criminal the main gangster in the video. In my opinion, whether it's true or not, whether those people in the video are gang members or not, I think people should rethink about Michael being such a sissy. Just saying. And then the last one is that Michael faked some of his dance moves. One, the Smooth Criminal dance where he leans in a 45-degree angle. People were like, okay, he had wires, obviously, but then on stage, he did it live, and all the fans were like, wait, there was no wires. So is he that good at defying gravity? Or did he use something else? Well, according to reports, Michael and his team came up with a shoe with an extending slot at the bottom of the heel. The slots could extend at any time, and when they did, a peg went into the floor, which it extended, kept the shoe level, and stayed while Michael could lean. These shoes were patented in 1992 under Michael Jackson, as well as Dennis Tompkins. And everything fine and dandy until September of 1996, where when he leaned, the peg did not stay. It sent Michael flying, but luckily, he wasn't severely hurt. But that made, people question, is his moonwalk real? Is he using mirrors for his moonwalk? Or, but nah, Michael was one talented motherfucker, singing, dancing, entertaining, performing. No doubting that, no denying that. And even though he made those shoes and used those shoes for the Smooth Criminal, that moonwalk was real. And those other dances and that voice was real, so no denying that. That man was just great in music. He was music, and he evolved just music. No, I can't even say music today, because music today sucks, but R.I.P. Michael, I love you. But like I said, I just want to clarify, I don't believe all of those, and I did not make those up. I got those off of Google and just websites and stuff, and no disrespect was intended for this. I just love Michael, and I love conspiracy theories, and I want to hear, see what other people think and what they believe, and maybe they have other conspiracy theories about Michael that I did not list. But no harm intended. I love Michael to fucking death. I actually plan on getting a tattoo, for Michael soon. Love you, Michael. R.I.P. If you enjoyed this video though, let me know, because I have other conspiracy video ideas in mind. I have other artists that I like and different things that I am actually working on right now in mind to do. More videos to come. If anyone watched and liked this, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter, and all my social media is down below, and I am out like a boner in sweatpants. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Bye.